Croeso pawb to the game's under £15 PSN sale. I found nearly £200 worth of savings for you, so hopefully you'll enjoy these cool games I found, and save yourself a lot of money if you decide to pick some up. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy the video. You're welcome here anytime, so don't forget to subscribe. This sale ends on the 25th of May, so that'll be your last day to pick up these deals. Okay, let's look at the games. Up first is my star buy, Amnesia the Collection. It was released in 2016, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 90% discount for the price of £2.39, which isn't the cheapest I've seen it, but it's over a year ago since it's been on sale. And at this price, it makes very little difference, especially as this collection includes 3 full games: Amnesia the Dark Descent, Amnesia A Machine for Pigs, and Amnesia Justine. You're getting a huge amount of content for your money. I mean, that's like 80 pence a game. That's nuts. In these survival horror games, you first play as Daniel. Waking with amnesia in a desolate and eerie castle, he must escape while piecing together his troubled memories. And in the second, wealthy industrialist Oswald wakes, racked with fever, knowing he must save his children as you're haunted by hellish dreams. And finally, in the third game, a demented mind has constructed a series of trials for Justine to survive. But will you save yourself, or help others instead? The people that like these games really like these games. They were very popular, and they're still popular now. If you like survival horror games, you're getting so much content for your money, you can't go far wrong really. And hey, if you've never played a survival horror before, then this is a great place to start. You're getting 3 games, which normally I wouldn't recommend because if you don't like them you're stuck with 3 games. But at this price, you're gonna get your money's worth whatever happens. So if you're interested at all, why not take a look? It's my star buy, you can't go far wrong. Next up we have Ancestors Legacy. It was released in 2019, so it's 3 years old, and is on at least a 70% discount for the price of £8.99 or £7.49 with PS Plus, which is a pretty good deal, even if you don't have PS Plus. This is an RTS game where you take command of different armies as you get to storm through medieval Europe causing havoc and chaos everywhere. It features extensive campaigns, 4 playable nations, base management, resource management, and a cinematic battle camera as well. So you even get to look cool while you're doing your murdering and slaying. I'd never heard of this game before, and I really like RTSs, and there's not many on PlayStation at all, so this is great to see. This looks like a really good game, so if you're an RTS fan you should definitely check it out. And if you've never played an RTS before, then you might want to take a look at it, but at this price, you could find others cheaper, although your options are very limited, so you might just want to pick it up anyway. Either way, it looks great. Take a look at it if you're interested. We have an isometric RPG next, Darksiders Genesis. It was released in 2020, so it's only 2 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £8.74, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a pretty decent deal. In this game, still reeling from the annihilation of the Nephilim, war and strife have a new assignment, to hunt and defeat the master demons of Lucifer, while unraveling a demonic conspiracy, and it features 2-player offline and online multiplayer, which is really cool. So if you're a fan of isometric RPGs, and you like Darksiders, you'll really enjoy this game, so you should definitely take a look at it. And hey, if you've never played an isometric RPG before, then I don't think I'd recommend starting here, as there is a little bit more than you can pay for some other ones, so you're probably better off starting elsewhere. So why not subscribe and you won't miss them when they come on sale. We have an RPG next, Edax. It was released in 2017, so it's 5 years old, and it's on an 85% discount for the price of £7.49, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good deal. In this game you get to explore a post-apocalyptic science fantasy universe, where people fight for Edax, which can grant magical-like abilities. It features both futuristic and medieval areas, weapons and armor, with open-world exploration and a classless skill system. So there's a ridiculous amount of variety in the weapons and theme. Plus there's a load of flexibility in the class system, where there is no class and you can build exactly the way you want to build, mixing and matching the talents you like. I don't remember this game doing that well when it came out, but hey, it looks really decent, and at this price, it looks well worth it to me, especially with the fact that you get the medieval and futuristic content all in one RPG. That's very unique and different, and it definitely intrigues me. So if you fancy having a go at a very unique RPG, then why not take a look at it? And if you've never played an RPG before, then you should definitely check out some of the deals instead, because you can get some legendary AAA games at a much better price than this. Our next game is Foregone. It was released in 2020, so it's only 2 years old, and it's on at least a 75% discount for the price of £3.99 or £3.19 with PS Plus, which is a great deal even if you don't have PS Plus. This game is a 2D Souls-like game set years after a devastating war, where the city of Callaghan is besieged by an all-corrupting force known as the Harrow, and as the city's strongest super soldier, you must protect your home from the revived dead and uncover a hidden conspiracy. This game looks really cool and awesome. I'm surprised I haven't heard more about it, because it's very unique, but looks really good as well. If you're a fan of Souls-like games and 2D action games, this is a dream come true for you. You should definitely take a look at it if you like the sound of that. And hey, if you haven't played a Souls-like game before, then this is very different than the normal Souls-like games. So it may not be the best place to start, unless you really like the sound of it, or you really like 2D action games. Either way, if it piques your interest, why not take a look at it? It's really unique, and I think it's a really cool looking game. We have a first-person thriller next, Get Even. It was released in 2017, so it's 5 years old, and is on an 84% discount for the price of £3.99, which is pretty decent. This is a first-person thriller. With your memories lost, you undergo a treatment that allows you to relive the only remaining memory, the rescue attempt of a teenage girl with a bomb strapped to her chest. Did you save the girl? Will you regain your memories? Who knows? You might find out if you play the game. The story in this game seems quite familiar. There's a lot of games that involve missing memories and ways to find out what really happened. But hey, the game seems pretty good, so if you're okay with the cliché story, you'll probably have a lot of fun with it, especially at this price. But if you've never played a thriller, then I wouldn't necessarily recommend this one, as there are better ones out there instead. Leia Zafir Masterpiece Edition is our next game. It was released in 2016, so it's 6 years old, and it's on a 75% discount for the price of £3.59, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, especially as this edition includes the Inheritance DLC that tells the story of the painter's daughter as well, so you're getting the best version of this game, with the extra story content included as well, which is great. You can't ask for much more. In this survival horror game, you get to explore a vast and constantly changing Victorian-era mansion full of horrors, delving into the mind of an insane painter as you try to reveal the secret of his madness. This game was a massive hit when it came out. Everyone that played it loved it, and they raved about it. The reviews were amazing. If you're a fan of horror games and you haven't played this, you really owe yourself to go and play it. It's supposed to be a phenomenal game, and I'm sure you'll have a really good time with it, and it's at a really great price. And hey, if you've never played a horror game before, this is a top-notch one at a great price with DLC included, so you can't go far wrong. If you're going to try one, it might as well be this one, so take a look at it. We have an action RPG next, Moonlighter Complete Edition. It was released in 2020, so it's only 2 years old, and it's on a 73% discount for the price of £5.12, which is the cheapest I've ever seen it, and a really good deal, with this edition including the Between the Dimensions expansions, with new dungeons and enemies as well, so you do get a fair amount of extra content included as well. In this action RPG, you play Will, an adventurous shopkeeper who travels through gates to other dimensions, fighting creatures and collecting treasure to sell at your shop. It features roguelike and RPG elements, with a beautiful art style that is really great. It's like a souped up retro art style, which just looks really cool. This is quite a different game, but fans of roguelike RPGs will really enjoy this, or people that like games that are a bit different as well. All in all, it's a really good game at a really good discount, well worth taking a look at. Our next game is the Technomancer. This game was released in 2016, so it's 5 years old, and it's on an 80% discount for the crazy low price of £1.79. Now it's on a crazy low price because when it came out, there was crazy hype for this game, and it did not live up to it. It was really buggy, and people moved on very quickly. But hey, by now, it's probably fixed, right? In this action RPG, it's set on Mars, where you're a mage warrior, about to complete their training to become a full Technomancer, which means you're capable of harnessing destructive electrical abilities amplified by your cybernetic implants. But you soon find yourself on the run from the secret police while attempting to find a beacon to contact Earth, and maybe uncover the truth behind the Technomancers along the way. This game features 4 different combat skill trees, dynamic conversations that affect the story and world, and craftable equipment and weapons. Like I said, this had a real rocky release when it came out. Because it didn't live up to the hype, you're getting a complete game, so it might just be worth a play at that price. And the last game I have for you is Valiant Hearts. It was released in 2014, so it's 8 years old, and it's on a 70% discount for the price of £3.59, which is really good. In this 2D adventure, you get to experience the story of 4 crossed destinies and a broken love in a world torn apart by the Great War. It plays like an animated comic book adventure, with exploration, action, and puzzles as well. This seems like a pretty simple game, but when it came out it had rave reviews. Everyone that played it loved it. The story is supposed to be really good, and is highly recommended by anyone that plays it. So if you like 2D adventure games with good stories, then you should definitely take a look at this. And hey, if you haven't played a game like this before, then this is a really good one, but it's definitely niche, so if you're not sure about it, why not take a look around at some other games instead? Or subscribe, and I'll find you some good games in the next sale instead. And that's all the games I have for you for the Games Under £15 PSN sale. What did you think of the games I picked? Did I pick good ones? Did I pick bad ones? And what about the start buy? Did it deserve it? Or should another game have got it instead? Leave all your complaints down in the comments and we can talk about it later. But in any case, I hope you guys found some games you're interested in. And more importantly, I hope you saved a lot of money. I'll see you guys in the next sale. Hoil Vour.